just want to see some more.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down. Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Back to throw now on 1st down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll set up a throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Well, this defense for the Lions very strong in that victory a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. He'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. At the 29-yard line. Howell down to throw it. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. He was looking that time for Jameson Williams. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. You look at this Packers defense. They were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, all I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful with it, and making sure I see my guys open before I throw it.
I might curl up in the fetal position.
That's not a bad idea.
I don't think he's going to do that, though. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Back to throw, Howell. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there for Detroit. 41 yards. Throwing here, Howell. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Howell. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Flushed out right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. From the 46, here's 2nd down and 1. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. For those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
Slot man moves right. Howell. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. And Howell will throw it. Under pressure, and they got to him again. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
Well, they got a takeaway on the last drive with an interception. How about this sack as a terrific follow-up? And that keeps pressure on this offense, and it could force them into more rush decisions or another turnover.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now 3rd down and very long. Here's Howell. Looking middle, and that's complete. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
4th down, Howell. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. The slot man in motion right. He'll drop to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bottling him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Throwing left side, it's complete. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first, and the Lions will take over. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Jeffries, and a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
Up the middle they go. Jeffries, and he is going to have the Lions first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. The Lions at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it, and that's what they're trying to get done here.
On first down, Jeffries. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Now a handoff up the middle. Jeffries. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Third and 3.
They'll try the left side. Jeffries. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down.
Howell going to go for it.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down.
Off play action. It's Howell.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. Now they go play action with Howell.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Faking the handoff. Howell. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Howell going to audible to something else.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Dancing to his left. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
It was starting to become a game for him to forget with the interceptions, but that's a step in the right direction. Not only did he choose to run it instead, but he saw the field well and made a nice pickup to get a new set of downs.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Just the one touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Howell, he'll look to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. Powers through. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Back to throw. Howell. And that'll be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Howell. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2, but he doesn't come anywhere close. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Here we go on 2nd and 12. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. First down, Green Bay. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. And that last throw, Charles, is going to move him past 32,942 yards passing for his career, and that surpasses the total of the Hall of Famer and a colleague of both of ours, Troy Aikman.
Yeah, played from 1989 to 2000, and Troy Aikman, he was about winning. Because remember, he had Michael Irvin to throw it to. He had Emmitt Smith to hand it to. Just imagine if he was throwing it the way they throw it around nowadays. His number.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A great effort there.
His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around.
Howell from the gun.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Howell out of the shotgun.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain.
So here we go, fourth down, Howell.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, it's complete.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. They'll look to throw. And it's a Packers touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Packers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Howell down to throw it.
He'll find Jones again, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Throwing here, Howell.
Jones has it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Williams, a man in motion right.
Another throw for Howell.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. First down and 10 yards to go. Back to throw, Howell.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout that's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Caught on the slant. Williams loses the football. And in for the Lions touchdown.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Moody good with the extra point.
And they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Flushed out right. And he goes out right around the 39. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Looking deep downfield.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that's one of the few things that has not gone right for this offense so far. They've had their share of big plays. That was nearly another. But somehow, he just couldn't squeeze it.
Now back to throw. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
And Howell will throw it. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
The man in motion is Brown.
Here's Howell.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
And the Packers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 6.
Back to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. They'll drop to throw.
These two teams, they met in Lambeau earlier in the season with the Packers winning that ball game. So if they can win again here in Detroit, they'd pull off the season sweep.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. They're going to look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
He's going to fire one. Corner of the end zone. The flag comes in. It's incomplete. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that one go.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to take another shot here. And this is caught. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Packers are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this 4th quarter advantage.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
Caught by Jones. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Howell.
Going to throw right side here, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They'll run on 1st down. Jeffries. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
This 2nd and 4.
They'll keep it on the ground. Jeffries. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now Howell. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 30. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
On 1st down, Jeffries. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Up the middle they go. Jeffries. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Operating from the gun, Howell. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Packers are going to have it here at their own 15.
All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, Held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
First down, Packers.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 more on that one and another first down.
First down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Touchdown! A great effort there. 48 yards. And the Packers have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Line 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Yeah, good job there getting to him quickly after the catch as he's brought down right at the midfield stripe. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
It's Howe with another throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
Howe, he'll look to throw it. And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
Now a handoff up the middle. Jeffries. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. It's his 8th rushing touchdown on the year, his 11th overall. And the Lions get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Moody good with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles, in the final seconds of the 4th quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question.
like this. You ain't never seen it like this. You ain't never seen it like this. Look at me go. Hey, we about to blow. Act like you know. Hey, we on the road. Look at me go. Hey, bringing it home. We in the zone. Hey, 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 hey. Look at me go. Now you see me, now you don't. If you didn't know, now you know. No, perseverance, my cologne. You can see I got it on. Hold up, wait, stop. You can meet me at the top. I got the magic like a genie in a bottle, baby. I'ma give you what you want. Hold up, wait, stop. Sign my name on the dot, okay. Man, I'm coming in hot, okay. I gotta give it all I got. Yes, sir. I'm living the dream. I'ma make it for the team. I want the gold and the green. Greatest that you ever seen. You ain't never seen it like this. You ain't never seen it like this. You ain't never seen it like this. Look at me.
I need it. I need it.
It's Paul. I was listening to the album. Good luck. You're on your own.